there's not other feeling like grabbing my camera and go out there to shoot a video. I just love to turn what I see through my eyes into short stories. Whenever I get a job as a travel video maker, I have to be very picky when it comes to choosing the right gear. Anything I put in my backpack has to be portable, quick to mount, and yet allowing me to grab the best shots. That's why I picked the motorized V-Slider by RatRig. No matter what the weather conditions or the walking distances are, with this tool, I'm sure I'll be able to capture the best quality images and treasure them forever.
Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to talk about sliders and how they compare to gimbals. What is a slider? A slider is, in a few words and in my opinion, the tool to grab the best shots you could possibly film. How is it made? Usually we have a track, as you can see here, or a couple of rails, and a carriage that runs smoothly on this track. And well, that's all. Was just grabbing the camera, nothing else. So as I was saying, there's a carriage on top of the track. You can put a head on top of the carriage, and also you can place the camera on top of the mount on top of the head, and then you're ready to go and you can start using the slider. The one you're seeing today is a slider by RatRig. They have a lot of options, a lot of sizes and length on their website, so definitely I recommend to go and check them out on their site. This is the shortest version they have on the website. It's a 35 centimeters and the longest goes to 120 centimeters. As I was saying in the intro, sometimes I have to work as a travel video maker. This is the best option for me to put and fit in my backpack. I really love to use sliders manually because that's the most precise way for me to film, especially if you do macro photography and videography. And once again, I think this is the best tool when you're filming small objects up close. Also, as we are comparing the sliders to gimbals, you can achieve with the sliders very slow movement. That's something you can't really achieve with gimbals, at least most of the gimbals, in particular if you're talking about time lapses. Said that, I really enjoy anyway taking great shots with the motor. The V-Motion Lite system comes with the motor, a battery pack and the controller. The battery pack supplies power to the controller but also to the motor, which is the engine of our slider, and it actually makes the carriage move mechanically through a chain. And RatRig also provides us with 3 different motors in 3 different speeds to best suit our filming needs. The motion system of the V-sliders are based on wheels with ball bearings, which really ensures very smooth, possibly the smoothest movements. Many other sliders at this price point have really low quality wheels. Actually, some don't even have wheels, but they rely on friction. The sliders are very versatile because you can mount them on their legs. They actually come separately, so you can purchase the legs separately, but also you can mount the sliders on the tripod. And very good feature, we have 2 different threads under the slider. So we have a 1/4 inch, but also the 3/8 one. For the sliders from 60 centimeters on, so longer than 60 centimeters, we also find 2 different supports, 2 different threads at the extremities of the slider. It's worth mentioning that with the sliders you don't have to balance anything, so you just mount the carriage, your head, your tripod head and your camera on top of the head, and as I mentioned, you're ready to go. But on the gimbals, unfortunately, you have to balance it every time, in particular if you change the lenses, if you put any other accessory on the gimbal, every time you need to balance it. A lot of time wasted, but also a lot of practice. With the slider, it's much simpler and you will achieve great shots in less time. I usually work as a one-man team on video projects, and the biggest benefit for me in using a slider is the possibility to film myself with dynamic movements of camera. What I have to do is just to point the camera, activate the motor to make the slider move, and then I literally run into the shot. It's definitely worth mentioning the focus. With the slider, you can manual focus. On the gimbal, you need to rely on autofocus of the camera, which usually focuses on something you don't want to, or you can use the focus puller on the side of the gimbal for certain gimbals. But once again, in here, you can do different things at the same time. You can move the slider, point the camera, and also focus manually. And that just allows me to be in full control of the image. If you want to travel even lighter, then you can place a smaller mount on the carriage and use a smartphone, for example, and that's great for versatility once again. So you can use these sliders with small devices like smartphones, but also they can carry bigger cameras, cinema cameras, like the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K I'm using right now. Once again, if you want to compare with gimbals usually have a specific payload they can support. And if you want to buy a gimbal for your smartphone, definitely that will not support your camera, your cinema camera, for example. With the slider, you can do both at once. Well, in conclusion, as you probably understood, I really love using sliders. About RatRig, I really love the brand. It's actually a new brand for me too. And what I love about it is the simplicity of the devices they supply. So they give you a bit less compared to other brands, but the quality is great, and in particular the price is great too. They probably have the best low budget motorized sliders you can find on the market right now. I definitely recommend a tool like this if you are a travel vlogger, a self-shooter like me that usually works on his own, on her own, and also for product photography or videography. Very useful for macro videography, so whatever includes objects, filming objects and things like that in studio, top. And I guess that's all for this video too. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you will enjoy the sliders if you're going to buy one. Consider to subscribe to my channel and consider to sign up to my website, where you will find free tutorials, video making tips, and also video editing and video making courses. I will see you in the next one, right?
Seems all good times come and go your way. Child memories fall into rolling.